Have you ever checked into a hotel and felt a sudden, unexplained chill? Or heard a whisper in an empty hallway? Some buildings hold more than just memories, they hold secrets. And tonight, we're checking in to explore the most chilling legends from the world's most haunted hotels. Lock your doors and don't look behind you. From grand, opulent lobbies to desolate, forgotten rooms, hotels have been the backdrop for countless human dramas. But sometimes, when the guests check out, their stories stay behind, echoing through the corridors for centuries. These are not just ghost stories, they are fragments of history, love, and loss, waiting to be told. So, grab a blanket and dim the lights as we journey into the heart of these spectral residences. Our first stop is the infamous Stanley Hotel in Colorado, the very place that inspired Stephen King's The Shining. Long before the movie, this hotel had a reputation. Guests and staff regularly report hearing phantom piano music playing in the concert hall, belonging to Flora Stanley, the original owner's wife. She loved to play, and it seems her passion for music has outlasted her time on Earth. Then there's room 217. In 1911, a head chambermaid, Elizabeth Wilson, was caught in a gas explosion in that room. She survived, but her spirit is said to remain, diligently looking after the guests. Visitors often find their bags unpacked or their clothes neatly folded, a ghostly turned-down service you won't find on any brochure. Some even report a cold presence settling between unmarried couples in bed, a sign of her old-fashioned values. Next, we travel across the pond to the Langham Hotel in London, a favorite of Victorian high society and, apparently, its spirits. This luxurious establishment is rumored to be home to several ghosts, but the most active is in room 333. Journalists and brave guests have reported seeing a man in Victorian evening wear, with a ghastly wound on his face, who appears only in October. He is believed to be the ghost of a doctor who took his own life and that of his new wife, while on their honeymoon in that very room. Another spectral resident is a German prince who met his end by jumping from a fourth-floor window just before the start of World War I. He's known to be a more unsettling presence, passing through closed doors and causing a sudden, dramatic drop in temperature. Imagine waking up to that. Let's journey to sunny California, to the iconic Hotel del Coronado in San Diego. Behind its beautiful Victorian facade lies a tragic tale of love and heartbreak. In 1892, a young woman named Kate Morgan checked in, alone and allegedly ill, waiting for a lover who never arrived. A few days later, she was found on the steps leading to the beach, having tragically ended her own life. Ever since, guests and employees have reported strange occurrences, particularly in her former room. Flickering lights, televisions turning on and off by themselves, and disembodied voices are commonplace. Others have seen her ghostly figure, dressed in black lace, wandering the hallways and the shoreline where her wait came to a sorrowful end. Her presence is a sad, lingering reminder of a love story that ended in despair. Now, we venture to a place with a darker, more sinister history, the Cecil Hotel in Los Angeles. Its past is so grim, it inspired a season of American Horror Story. For decades, the Cecil was a magnet for tragedy, a last stop for troubled souls. Two serial killers, Richard Ramirez and Jack Unterweger, were residents here during their sprees. But the hotel's most haunting mystery is the case of Eliza Lamb, a student whose bizarre behavior in an elevator was caught on camera just before she vanished. She was later found in the hotel's rooftop water tank, with no clear explanation of how she got there. Guests have been using that water for weeks. Since then, visitors have reported an unnerving feeling of being watched, elevators behaving erratically, and a dark, heavy energy that seems to permeate the entire building. The Cecil isn't just haunted by ghosts, it's haunted by the weight of its own dark history. Our spectral tour continues in New Orleans, a city steeped in voodoo, history, and hauntings at the Hotel Monteleone. This grand hotel in the French Quarter is famous for its revolving carousel bar, but it's also known for its resident spirits. Generations of ghosts are said to roam its halls, but the most frequently seen is a toddler named Maurice Becker. In the late 1800s, young Maurice tragically passed away from a fever in the hotel while his parents were at the opera. His grieving mother returned to the hotel every year in hopes of seeing him again. It's said that her wish was granted. To this day, guests on the 14th floor where the family stayed report seeing the apparition of a small boy, often near the room where he died. He's not a malevolent spirit, but a lost child, forever searching for his parents in the hallways of the Monte Leone. From a lost child to a jilted bride, our next stop is the Fairmont Banff Springs Hotel in Canada. Nestled in the Rocky Mountains, this stunning castle in the Rockies has a ghostly bride who has been seen for nearly a century. The story goes that in the 1920s, a young bride was descending the grand marble staircase on her wedding day. The candles lining the stairs lit her gown on fire. In a panic, she tripped and fell, tragically breaking her neck. Her spirit is said to remain, forever reliving that moment. Guests and staff have seen a veiled figure gliding down that same staircase or dancing alone in the ballroom, waiting for the first dance with a husband she never had. Another permanent guest is Sam the bellman, a helpful employee who worked at the hotel until his death in 1975. He promised he would come back to haunt the place, and it seems he kept his word. Guests often report seeing a friendly, elderly bellman in an old-fashioned uniform helping them with their bags, only for him to vanish into thin air. Finally, we head to Australia's Monte Cristo homestead, often called the most haunted private residence in the country. While it's now a B&B, its history is filled with a staggering amount of tragedy. From a pregnant maid pushed from a balcony to a stable boy who burned to death. The grounds are saturated with sorrow. The original owners, the Crawley family, are said to never have left. Mrs. Crawley became a recluse after her husband's death and is said to haunt her former room. Her presence felt as a cold, commanding force. Visitors have reported intense feelings of sadness, strange lights, and even being touched by unseen hands. The homestead is so active that it has been the subject of countless paranormal investigations, each one uncovering more evidence that the past is very much present within its walls. Think about the last hotel you stayed in. Did you ever wonder about the stories those walls could tell? About the lives that passed through, the secrets they kept, and the emotions that may have lingered long after the guests departed? The line between history and haunting is often thinner than we think. Thank you for joining me on this chilling journey through the world's most haunted hotels. If you enjoyed hearing these spectral stories and want to explore more mysteries that hide in plain sight, please hit the like button and subscribe for more adventures into the unknown. Stay curious and sleep well if you can.